Imagine like an unexpected deposit hitting your bank account, or like maybe the possibility of your monthly income like suddenly shrinking to zero.
Oh, wow.
One of these scenarios is about to become a reality for a lot of Social Security recipients, like starting now.
Yeah,
And so we're diving deep into a crucial policy shift that could like dramatically impact your finances.
absolutely.
Are you prepared?
Big question.
Welcome to the deep dive.
It's going to be a good one.
Today we're tackling a significant change in Social Security policy that you really need to be aware of.
Definitely need to know this.
It's the reinstatement of the 100% benefit garnishment for overpayments.
Yeah, you shared some important information about this.
Yeah, and our mission today is to unpack exactly what this means for you,
Absolutely.
who it affects, and like what, if anything, you can do about it.
Right.
We'll cut through the jargon and get straight to the core of how this could impact like the money you receive each month.
The money you depend on.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a really critical issue, and as you mentioned, it's not like happening in a vacuum.
Right.
The information you provided points out that this very policy of 100% garnishment for overpayments has been around before.
Uh-huh.
Like way back then in 2024, there was a change.
Okay.
The maximum amount they could take back was limited to 10% of your monthly benefit, or $10,
Okay.
whichever was greater. But now, as of March 27th, the 100% garnishment is back in effect.
Wow.
This reversal is significant.
Yeah.
And understanding that timeline, the initial rule, the temporary change, and now its return, that's absolutely key to understanding what this could mean for you.
Yeah, so to dig a little deeper into this,
Sure.
the material you sent us really highlights a major concern for people.
Uh-huh.
It's this many individuals might not even realize they've been overpaid by Social Security
Oh, yeah.
until a letter arrives, like unexpectedly.
It's out of the blue.
Yeah, and these aren't always about recent payments, are they?
No, not at all.
The information suggests that these letters can appear out of nowhere, sometimes citing overpayments that supposedly occurred way back.
Yeah, like way back.
We're talking 3, 5, 10, even an astonishing 20 years in some cases.
That's a long time.
And the demand is for repayment in a lump sum, usually within a very short 30-day period.
Right. So what's quite striking and frankly rather alarming is the sheer number of these overpayment notices that go out.
It's a lot.
The information indicates that Social Security reportedly sends out around 2 million of these letters every single year.
Oh my goodness.
When you think about that volume,
Yeah.
it really underscores that this isn't an isolated problem. The chances of this affecting someone you know, or as you pointed out, even you personally,
Right.
are really quite significant. It's a widespread issue.
Now, here's where it gets really crucial for understanding the potential impact on your monthly income.
Okay.
The most critical piece of information we've seen is the reinstatement of that 100% garnishment rule, specifically for overpayments that Social Security identifies after March 27th.
Uh-huh.
Could you explain precisely what this could mean for someone who receives one of these overpayment letters after that date?
Certainly, if Social Security determines that they have paid you more in benefits than they should have,
Right.
and they officially notify you about this overpayment after March 27th,
Okay.
this reinstated rule comes into play.
Right.
And it is a very significant step.
Yeah.
It means they have the potential to withhold your entire monthly Social Security benefit, check every single dollar of it.
Wow.
This will continue until the full amount of the alleged overpayment has been recovered.
Oh my goodness.
The information you shared emphasizes that when this policy was in place back in 2024, it reportedly led to severe financial difficulties for many beneficiaries
Yeah.
who suddenly found themselves with no income
Yeah.
to cover their essential living costs.
So just to be completely clear, if someone's entire monthly Social Security check is withheld, that could leave them with absolutely no income whatsoever from that vital source.
The scary thought.
That's a really frightening prospect for anyone who relies on those benefits to make ends meet. However, the information you provided also highlighted a really important distinction regarding who this 100% garnishment applies to and who it doesn't.
Yes.
Specifically, there's a key exception for those receiving SSI benefits, isn't there?
Yes, this is a fundamentally important distinction.
Okay.
The information indicates that beneficiaries of Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, are reportedly grandfathered in under the previous, more lenient regulations.
Okay.
For SSI recipients who are found to have received overpayments, the recovery of those funds will still be limited to the lesser of 10% of their monthly SSI benefit payment, or $10.
Got it.
This is a very significant difference in how overpayments are handled for regular Social Security benefits compared to SSI.
Okay.
So if you are an SSI beneficiary, this particular reinstatement of the 100% garnishment rule should not directly apply to you.
Okay, that's a really vital point of clarity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if someone receives one of these concerning overpayment notices after March 27th,
Right.
and they are not an SSI recipient,
Uh-huh.
facing this potential full benefit garnishment,
Right.
The information you've shared does indicate that they are not entirely without options.
That's right.
What are some of the primary steps someone should think about taking if they find themselves in this situation?
Absolutely. While the reinstatement of the 100% garnishment is undoubtedly a cause for concern, the material you provided clearly outlines that you have rights and potential courses of action you can pursue.
Okay.
The absolute first crucial step that is strongly advised is to file an appeal.
Okay.
According to the information, this is a process that doesn't cost you anything, and it allows you to formally challenge Social Security's assertion that you were overpaid.
Okay.
The rationale behind this is quite straightforward.
Yeah.
It provides you with a formal mechanism to dispute their decision, to question their calculations, and to ensure that their determination is accurate.
Okay.
You have the right to disagree with their finding and to have your case reviewed by a higher authority within the Social Security Administration.
And the second option that the sources highlight is the possibility of requested a waiver. What exactly does that involve?
Sure.
And under what circumstances might someone be eligible to have this waiver approved?
In addition to challenging the overpayment decision itself through the appeals process, you also have the option of requesting a waiver of overpayment recovery.
Okay.
If Social Security grants this waiver, it essentially means that you would be excused from having to pay back the overpaid funds.
Okay.
These waivers are typically granted based on an assessment of your current financial situation.
Makes sense.
The primary consideration is often whether requiring you to repay the overpayment would create a significant financial hardship for you.
Right.
In other words, would it prevent you from meeting your basic needs,
Right.
such as having enough money for food, housing, and necessary medical care?
Of course.
If you can demonstrate to Social Security that repaying the overpayment would severely compromise your ability to afford these essentials, you may be eligible for a waiver.
So it sounds like the initial response to receiving one of these notices is really critical. Don't just accept the overpayment claim without question.
Right.
It's important to actively explore both the option to appeal the initial decision itself and also to explore the possibility of obtaining a waiver of the repayment obligation if repaying would cause you significant financial distress.
Exactly.
The information you shared also touched upon the potentially rapid time frame in which Social Security can demand repayment.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on that aspect?
Yes, this is another really crucial aspect that the material you've provided emphasizes.
Okay.
There can be a very significant disconnect between the period over which the alleged overpayment occurred,
Right.
which, as we've discussed, could potentially span many years, even decades,
Uh-huh.
and the often very swift time frame in which Social Security demands the money back.
Okay.
Frequently, they will require repayment in a single lump sum within a very short window, often just 30 days from the date printed on the letter. This mismatch can create tremendous financial pressure for beneficiaries who are suddenly faced with having to come up with a substantial sum of money on very short notice, particularly when the alleged overpayment happened over a much longer duration. This really underscores the importance of understanding and utilizing your rights to appeal the decision and to request a waiver, as engaging in these processes can buy you crucial time
Okay.
and potentially prevent the immediate and complete withholding of your benefit payments.
So let's really bring this home for you, our listener.
Yes.
What are the absolute key things you should remember from this deep dive into this important policy change?
The most vital thing to keep in mind is that the 100% Social Security benefit garnishment for newly identified overpayments is back in effect as of March 27th.
Right.
This is a significant policy shift that could have a direct and immediate impact on your monthly income if you receive an overpayment notification after that date.
Yeah, for sure.
However, it is equally critical to remember that this full benefit garnishment does not apply to individuals receiving supplemental security income.
Okay.
For SSI recipients, overpayment recovery will still be limited to the lesser of 10% of their monthly payment, or $10.
And if you do happen to receive one of these overpayment letters,
Yes.
the information we've discussed makes it very clear that you do have avenues for recourse.
That's absolutely right. If you receive an overpayment notice from Social Security, your immediate steps should be to carefully review all the details in the letter,
Okay.
and then to very seriously consider exercising your right to file an appeal against their determination.
Right.
This formal process allows you to dispute their claim and have your case reevaluated.
Uh-huh.
Furthermore, you should definitely explore the possibility of requesting a waiver of overpayment recovery, especially if repaying the claimed amount would impose a significant financial hardship on you and your ability to meet your basic living expenses. These are important protections that are in place for beneficiaries, and it is absolutely essential to understand them and utilize them if the need arises.
Right.
Do not feel pressured to agree to a repayment plan immediately without first fully exploring these crucial options.
We sincerely hope this deep dive has provided you with some clear and actionable information regarding this significant and potentially financially impactful change in Social Security policy.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, we strongly encourage you to review any past Social Security statements that you have
Yeah.
and to remain attentive to any future communications you receive from the Social Security Administration.
Right.
If you do receive an overpayment notice, please remember the critical options we've discussed with you today, the right to file an appeal, and the possibility of requesting a waiver.
Exactly.
Please don't hesitate to seek assistance or further information from trusted sources or advocacy organizations if you find yourself in this situation and need additional support.
Lots of resources out there.
Yeah, our intention here isn't to cause unnecessary worry, but rather to empower you with the knowledge you need to understand your rights and to be prepared for this important policy shift.
Right.
What specific questions does this information raise for you? Are there other particular aspects of Social Security benefits or related financial matters that you are curious about?
Yeah, let us know.
Please let us know. Your questions are invaluable in helping us shape our future deep dives and address the topics that are most relevant to you.
This situation really underscores the ongoing importance of staying informed about and understanding the often complex details of these vital benefit programs.
Absolutely.
Policy changes such as the reinstatement of this 100% garnishment rule can have very real and significant consequences for individuals and families who rely on these payments for their financial security.
It's a big deal.
Proactive awareness of these rules and a clear understanding of your rights and the available processes are truly your most effective defenses in navigating these complexities.
That's a really crucial point to emphasize. Our final thought for you today is this: the broader financial landscape can often feel uncertain and subject to change.
Always changing.
And shifts in policies like this one serve as a constant reminder of the need to stay informed and to be proactive in managing your financial well-being.
Yeah.
While the reinstatement of the 100% garnishment for Social Security overpayments certainly presents a potential financial challenge for many, understanding your fundamental rights to appeal an overpayment decision and to seek a waiver of repayment in cases of financial hardship is a critical first step in safeguarding your financial security.
Absolutely.
Stay informed, stay vigilant, and we will continue to delve into these important issues together, providing you with the information you need to navigate them effectively.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us,
My pleasure.
and we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
Bye.